What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have received another model from Waffle Collectibles. This will probably be the last for a little while since I'll be working up on getting a bunch of other models in the near future, but I won't be unboxing them individually over time. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully I'm one of the first to unbox this model here on the YouTubes. It is the Delta Airlines Airbus A321 with the Thank You livery. That was easy. It becomes part of your muscle memory when you unbox so many of these things. So, get all the excessive newspaper out. We should have the model itself. And there it is. Hopefully it's the Thank You livery and not the standard livery. And it is the Delta A321 Thank You livery, and I got it way too far away from the camera, but there it is. Kind of looks like it's in a smaller box for whatever reason. Feels really weird. Box kind of bulging out over here. Just at least hope that's not a shipping issue or an issue with the model. Let's hop over to the studio and unbox this. And here it is, a Delta Airlines Airbus A321 with the Thank You livery. Very happy to have this model, very anticipated for the collection. Obviously I didn't get the Aero Classics because, well, the Aero Classics Airbus mold kind of sucks. And Gemini Jets, I know they've announced it, but they haven't released it yet. So might as well just get the NG because, well, NG Airbus A321 mold is a million times better than the Gemini Jets mold. So let's start off with the front of the box. So you do have part of the Delta widget, which if you do have the other Delta A321 box with just the standard Delta livery, it does have the rest of the widgets. So if you put the two together, it makes like a complete widget, which I think is a really cool idea. You got Airbus A321 on the top, dedicated to the world's best employees and customers titles, which is replicated on the nose of the plane. You also got the big red Thank You titles, which are also on the center of the plane. Delta logo, November 391 Delta November. Got the NG model logo, 1/400 scale collectible models, die-cast metal. Let's do the sides. So we got kind of the same thing, Airbus A321, 200, Delta, NG models, 1/400 scale collectible models. Top side, we have Airbus A321, NG models, computer-generated image, and then the registration. On the back, it's the same as the front, but just with some disclaimers. And then the right side, same as the left, and bottom is the same as the top. If I shake the box, I don't really hear anything rattling around, so that should be a good sign that it's in one piece. Otherwise, it'll make for a bit of an interesting video. So we'll just open up from this side because this is the second model out of the last three models where one side of the box has been bulging out. So let's go and take a look. Ooh, that looks beautiful already. Holy cow. Oh, what the heck? Well, this is new. This is just popping out of the box. I was about to put it over to the side and this huge piece of foam just came out. So I'll be keeping that. They did use cardboard before, but I don't know why they decided to change it. So I got the cradle and it looks like everything's in one piece. So hopefully with the only 2-week difference between them announcing the model and then having it actually be released, and it shouldn't compromise on any sort of quality, but we'll see what it looks like when I take it out. And we're good. Holy cow. Man. Certainly looks much better than the other one I have. And here she is, a Delta Airlines A321 with the Thank You livery by NG Models. And my goodness, this is a beautiful plane. So it's pretty much just a standard Delta livery with a couple additions. You got the big Thank You titles in red and then dedicated to the world's best employees and customers. This is made after Delta had like a $1.5 billion profit or something like that. I think it was like 1.6 billion, so they made quite a lot of money. And spent a good chunk of it on this A321 with giant Thank You titles. There's gonna be a little bit of a chip in the paint right there. You can kind of see it there, but that's not too much of an issue with me. So at the front you got the cockpit windows, got the Sky Team logo, and then you got the dedicated to the world's best employees and customers titles, L1 boarding door, you got an antenna, the Delta titles up above the windows, Hopefully they'll enlarge it soon because all these other airlines are starting to do so. Got the big thank you titles in red, which in real life it's actually composed of about 90,000 employee names, but because of how tiny those details actually are, it's very difficult to replicate that in 1/400. Same goes for all the awards near the L1 door. NG did say that they would not be adding it as it's too small to perfectly replicate in scale 400, so a little bit of a compromise there. Nice wheel hub right there as well, which are being added on some of the newer NG models. Got the CFM engines, which look a lot better than the Gemini. So if you put it from the front here, they definitely do look a lot better. I'll have to grab my Delta A321 here. Let me go grab it. There's kind of a nice comparison there between the two engines. So on the left you have the NG, and then on the right you have the Gemini. And you can kind of see the Gemini significantly bigger than the NG. And if you also compare the colors as well, compare the tail here. So you can kind of see the NG A321 sits a bit higher than the Delta. Not entirely sure if that's accurate, but I mean, just look at that ugly nose that Gemini has. Disgusting. And then compare it to the NG nose where it looks just a little bit nicer. The cockpit windows are a little too square, but no one's really gotten it 100% accurate, but I think that's the closest anyone's gotten it. Much better detailing around the APU, you can kind of see it there. Gemini's barely sticks out, whereas NG's is quite a bit longer than the Gemini. Looks really good there. And then again, there's the engines, which look pretty good. And if you compare the wing angle, yeah, I mean, look at the Gemini. I mean, it sticks up really weird. I don't know if that's supposed to be accurate, but you look at the NG, it looks a lot more realistic because it's supposed to be on the ground, unless if you want to show it taking off or whatever. This would look a lot more accurate on the ground. So NG definitely looks a lot better than the Gemini. Could be showing a little bit of bias, but just going based off my quick glimpse of observations. But head back to the model. So you got the Wi-Fi dome up here. There's a Wi-Fi dome, and then I like the little markings around the windows because I don't think the Gemini has it. Oh yeah, the Gemini does have it, but not as noticeable, I don't think, on the Gemini. And then you got the registration 3901, which is correct. And then the tail, some people were complaining about the tail, of it being a little too slanted on the regular livery, but this one looks okay. Colors also look pretty good. And then we'll flip it underneath to see if we've got the Delta belly, and we do. Definitely looks a lot better on this one than on the Gemini, so I'll bring the Gemini over. You can kind of see the Delta font it just looks wrong on the Gemini, like the titles are a bit too big and it just doesn't really look right. I mean, here on the NG it looks a little more accurate, a little more real life like, and just looks a lot better. Also got some nice detailing on the engines I just spotted right there. Kind of hard to see. The camera won't focus on that, but that's that. Not much else, I guess, to show. I mean, it's just pretty much the standard Delta A321, minus the new thank you titles and the nose titles up at the front. So in conclusion, I think the NG A321's a lot better. Hopefully when Gemini Jets releases it, maybe it'll be better than the NG, but who really knows? I think they're just going to use the same mold because they did release another Delta A321 in July, and it was pretty much the same mold, so I expect Gemini Jets to not listen and just keep using the same mold because, well, they probably think it's fine enough when this NG mold is much superior to the Gemini mold. So I definitely recommend getting the NG while you still can. They're probably starting to sell out pretty much everywhere, and I don't really know if a lot of people are going to get it if this starts selling out, and maybe some people will probably just wait to get the Gemini because I've heard a couple people say that they're going to get the Gemini because they say it's, you know, it's like licensed or whatever, or you know, the colors are better, it's actually licensed and whatnot. But I'd say get the NG if you want like a better quality model, but I guess get the Gemini if you want some sort of licensing argument to put up against those that got the NG like I did. But I think the colors are pretty accurate. I think they have it properly licensed and whatnot. So with that being said, we've reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.